Hey everyone, Erkenhelm here, bringing you another replay from PAX East 2015. As you can see, it's another one of mine, and this one is also against a good friend of mine. I went with a couple of friends and I was able to battle him at PAX. It was a lot of fun. So this one, a lot more experience than my last friend, so definitely going to be putting up a tougher battle. So as you can see, I've got my usual team as a gym team. I didn't end up switching out any Pokemon other than when I faced against someone with X or Y. I would switch out my Mega Pidgeot to a Mega Gardevoir because Mega Pidgeot's not compatible with X or Y. But he's coming in with a Crobat, which I know is very fast and has really good physical attack. So definitely it can be hard to shut down if you don't have anything that can take a hit well, or can maybe get some priority off or something like that. Mamoswine is a very solid Pokemon. It's pretty fast, it's got decent bulk, especially with that thick fat, so it can take fire-type moves, which it's weak against. It can take them pretty well. It has good attack power, and it's a stealth rocker, and it has the priority in Ice Shard, so definitely a big threat. Azumarill is also scary. Belly Drum Azumarill terrifies me. It's very scary. If it gets its belly drum, it maxes its attack, and it can use Aqua Jet in one shot a whole lot of things, and it's very hard to shut down. And that tends to be, the main set that I see for Azumarill. I get the Rotom Wash, which Rotom Wash is it's a bit bulky. It's got the Levitate to ignore the Earthquake and the weakness to ground and all that. Definitely can cause some problems. Greninja, another very fast Pokemon, and very, very high special attack, and with that Protean, everything gets stabbed, so it's very, very dangerous. And we have the Lopunny, which, looking at his team, I can tell right off the bat is going to be his Mega. Very useful for shutting down Ghost types. Fortunately, I don't have any Ghost types on my team, but it still has very good potential to cause some damage to my team. So let's get this battle started and see how it goes. Now, it's been a while, so I don't remember exactly how this battle went, but I'll do my best to explain what I was thinking and what I was trying to predict. So I start with my obvious start with my Galvantula, and I kind of saw his Mega Lopunny coming. I was going to go for the Fake Out. So I switch into my Arcanine to get the Intimidate off. I figure the Fake Out's coming. It's a pretty obvious choice from Mega Lopunny. So I know Arcanine can take that really well, especially with the Intimidate up. So as you can see, he does go for the Fake Out. And it still does a fair amount of damage with that Intimidate, but not a whole lot. Definitely not a big problem for my Arcanine. So here, it would be really nice if I could burn that Lopunny. I kind of predicted the switch because don't want to keep something in there when it's weakened with an Intimidate. So I go for the Snarl, expecting a special attacker to come in because he knows my team pretty well. He's seen it a lot. So I'm trying to out-predict him, basically, because he's going to know what I'm going to be doing. So I try to mix it up a little bit. So that Snarl is going to help me with the Rotom Wash. It allows me to take that Hydro Pump just below half health, and I get a second Snarl off, which I believe now would allow me to take another Hydro Pump, although it would leave me at very low health. I still would rather keep my Arcanine at the health that it's at, and with -2 special attack, my Tentacruel could easily take a hit from the Rotom Wash, especially Hydro Pump. But he goes for the Volt Switch. Smart choice. You don't want to keep a special attacker with -2 special attack in there if you can get him out. But he goes into the Crobat, which is a physical attacker, so it's not good for my Tentacruel. So I go back into my Arcanine, get the Intimidate off, which is going to help me. That Brave Bird still does really good damage. I don't think I was expecting it to do quite that much. I go for the protect. I'm gonna get, you know, a turn of leftovers down, recovery there. Oh, it's obvious that I can't take another Brave Bird, so I need to get my Arcanine out of there. So I go back in my Tentacruel. You know, with his max HP stat, I'm hoping that he can take this -1 Brave Bird. And he does manage to survive, but 49 HP left, it's very low. So, you know, right off the bat, it's not looking very good for me. So here, you know, I'm gonna lose my Tentacruel. I want to get that free switch in instead of switching into something and having it take damage. So my Galvantula runs a Focus Sash, so it's going to be able to take a Brave Bird and get something done against his team, against that Crobat, but he switches out. I was hoping to slow that Crobat down so I could take it out the next turn with my Electro Ball, but he switches into his Lopunny, so his Lopunny is now paralyzed, which I would have preferred getting it burned. But he does go for the Facade, which does, I believe, double damage when you are suffering a status effect. It's a very good move to have, especially when it gets stabbed now. So I go for the Electro Ball because that's going to do more damage because the Lopunny is slowed down. Does a decent amount, but it's not nearly enough to take it down. So my Galvantula goes down. You know, unfortunately, wasn't able to get Sticky Web up this time. I was kind of hoping to finish that Lopunny off or have it be paralyzed. So my Mega Pidgeot comes out, and I have Tailwind on it because, you know, as I've mentioned before, there's not a whole lot that it can do other than Hurricane, so my options were a bit limited. So I get the Tailwind off because I want to be able to outspeed the Greninja and the Crobat without the Sticky Web up, although the Sticky Web normally wouldn't affect the Crobat anyway. So that allows me to get the Hurricane off, finish off that Lopunny. But in comes the Mr. Bubbles. The Azumarill and the Aqua Jet's going to be enough to take me out. So as I mentioned, Belly Drum Azumarill is very scary to deal with. And I am pretty sure that he mostly runs a Belly Drum set. So I'm trying to, you know, lower that attack as much as I can there with the Intimidate. But he does have the priority to finish me off. My Tailwind's gone, which is unfortunate. It's always nice to have that extra speed. So I go for the Dragon Dance. Obvious first turn move for Dragonite. Is that multi-scale allows him to take a hit, and with the Dragon Dance he's faster than most things, and he's hitting even harder, which he's hitting pretty hard to begin with. So I go for the Dragon Claw. I'm hoping to one-shot him, because I know the burn is coming if I don't. Unfortunately, I think it's too bulky, and the Dragon Claw brings it to low health, but it doesn't take it out. So I get the burn, so now my Dragonite loses his multi-scale, and his attack is a lot lower. So I know he has Volt Switch and Hydro Pump, which both I resist, so I'm hoping to use the turn to get another Dragon Dance off, get my attack to +2, which the burn cuts the attack in half, so it should be a normal attack. Not 100% how that math works. So here I'm at normal attack, but he goes for the Pain Sweat, you know, some lowered health, hoping the Dragon Claw would finish him off there, but again, too bulky. And he decides to get out of there. So he goes into his Mamoswine, which, as I mentioned at the start of the battle, has Ice Shard, which is priority move. And that's going to finish off my Dragonite. There's nothing I can really do about that. So I've got my Espeon here. I'm gonna set up the Reflect because he's got a physical attacker in that mouse line. It allows me to take that Earthquake pretty well, so I'm hoping I can do enough damage that I can take it out in 2 hits. It looks like I can, and should be able to survive this Earthquake. But then he still has the Ice Shard, so that's enough to finish me off, unfortunately. So there you have it. He beats me. You know, I kind of expected him to beat me. You know, if it wasn't the first try, it would be the second try, because he, you know, first off, he knew a lot about my team, which, you know, was fine. You know, he helped me test my team out a lot, and there's a few Pokemon on this team that I've been using for over a year now, so he knew it pretty well, and I didn't know what he was going to bring in. He's done a lot of breeding since the last time we battled. Plus, he's become a very good battler. I kind of taught him how to IV breed and EV train, but he's battled more than I have now, so I think it's safe to say that he's probably become a better battler than me. But we could still put on a pretty good battle. I always enjoy the battles that I have with him. They're never too one-sided, or very rarely. Sometimes we get a setup and it's one-sided, but not often. So I was looking forward to battling him at PAX, and it was a lot of fun. And he actually went on, and he beat the champion, so he entered the Hall of Fame this year. So it's always nice when you lose to someone to find out that you lost to one of the best. So thank you everyone again for checking out one of our videos. I hope you enjoyed that battle. As usual, we'll have links down below in the description. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, on Twitch, at our website, or at our forums, and all that jazz. We really appreciate you checking us out, and I'll see you guys next time.